Hey y'all, welcome in everybody. Thank y'all for being here. Um, as most of you know, today Bethany Funk's interview from the day of the murders, when the bodies were found, was released, and this is raw footage. This is the um, unedited, uncut footage of her interview. Now, I do not know why. Do not know why. Um, her face is blurred out because she's an adult. I don't know. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they felt like they needed to do that. I've never seen anybody that's an adult, unless they were protected in some way, um, have their face blurred out during an interview. It's I don't um I listen, after the last 2 days and everything that I've seen in these new documents, I don't even know what to say about this case anymore. Um, it is so absolutely freaking bizarre. And every time I think that I know what's going on, I don't. Every time I think that I've gotten a handle on things and that I understand in some way what is happening, I don't. And something else is, I mean, it's truly insanity at this point. And like I was saying on TikTok a little bit ago, this new stuff about the unknown DNA under Maddie's nails, the and here's one. I didn't talk about this on TikTok, so let me say this really quickly. So there's also documentation where the defense has requested proof and the actual emails themselves of contact between the Gonsalves family, their attorney, and the prosecution in relation to Molly McMichael. Why is the Gonsalves family contacting Molly McMichael? Why would there be any communication between that family Molly was the DoorDash driver. Yes. Molly was the DoorDash driver who has just recently said that Brian Koberger parked beside her. Why would they what? Thank you, Lisa. I Well, number one, I would think that it's a conflict of interest for any of the families to contact the DoorDash driver, um, either through the prosecution or through their attorney. How is that not some type of conflict of interest? Which makes me even more suspicious now of what she came out and said recently when she was arrested for drunk driving about Brian Koberger parking beside her. Y'all, I don't know what's going on in this place. I don't know. But anyhow, let's play this. And oh, Bobby, I know it. I know it contradicts her statements. Not only that, but I never believed her to begin with, because here's my thing with that DoorDash driver, and this is where I'm at with it. You know, if she knew all this stuff and if he really parked beside her, then why didn't she say it at the beginning? Why did she wait until she got arrested for DUI? And if that's the case, if she truly did, then she needs to be held accountable for withholding evidence. I have not watched this. What I'm about to play, I have not watched. So I'm seeing it for the first time with you. I have not seen this footage. I'm probably going to mute myself because I know me and I know my commentary. And I'll show you the document about the DoorDash driver and after we get through with this. It's 28 minutes, I believe. All right, here we go.
First and foremost, if you could just take a deep breath for me. I understand this is stressful. Okay? All I want to do is try and get an idea of what you heard, what you saw, and any timeline, any information that you can give us so that we can try and figure out what happened, okay? So just take a deep breath for me. I know this isn't going to be easy. We'll kind of go from there, okay? Get your name? What's your first name?
Now, for those of you who are just coming in, this is from the day of the murders.
What's your middle initial? And your last name? And your date of birth?
2003.
And you live there at 1122 King Road?
Yeah.
What's the phone number for you? And what state you're in about?
Nevada.
Do you have your phone here with you? Okay. So what we're going to be doing is taking people's phones for a little while. And we're going to try and, so because I don't know if you called anyone or made any phone calls or anything like that. What we do in an investigation like this is we try and collect as much information as we can. Okay. Anything that might be small, you may not think is important for us to find out what happened, but is very crucial. So taking something off your phone might be extremely useful for us, even if it's something that you don't realize, okay? And we'll try to get that phone back to you as fast as we can. Okay? Is that okay with you? Okay. So this is your phone here?
Yeah, can I tell my mom?
That's fine. That's your mom real quick. Yep. And then what I'm going to need is your passcode from your phone, or here between the two of us, we could even turn off your passcode, okay?
Welcome in, everybody who's coming in.
How do you take off? Oh.
You figure it out? Okay. And if it won't let you do it, that's fine. You can just give me or tell me what your passcode
I
is.
just don't know my.
Okay. What is your passcode?
Beyond nuts. I'm telling you, this whole damn thing. And the more that comes out, the nuttier it gets.
And what type of
Can I see my mom text me real quick? Thank you.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Okay. Any social media do you have, like Facebook or anything? Do you have any other social media type
I
sites?
have. I can't.
I'm pretty sure this is personal information that she's sharing.
Those the big ones?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to kind of go back and try and get a little bit of the timeline, okay? So what did you guys do last night? More specifically, were you, if you were by yourself and not with that group? What is
Ethan was in the house, so was Anna.
So you were with
One of them is my roommates, and one of them is her boyfriend.
Okay. So you were with Ethan
And Xana.
Xana?
Mm-hmm.
Can you spell that for me?
Xany. Or ANA, sorry.
Yeah, why?
NA.
N-A. Okay. Okay. So I'm just trying to, sometimes it helps me put names together. So you were with Ethan and Xana last night, is that right?
Yep.
And do you know Ethan's last name?
Cheapen. I don't know how to spell it.
That's fine. And Xana's last name?
Kernettle.
Do you know how to spell it?
I think it's Kerno.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe another ODLE or something like that.
Okay.
How do you not know how? Just let me shut up.
Okay, so you were with them. What time did you guys get to Second Guys also?
Around 8 something. Maybe 8:30.
So 8:30 p.m.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, bananas.
And prior to that, were you guys just at your house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you left from your house.
Ethan was that formal because he went with his sister because she didn't have a date. And then
Okay.
we were just hanging out at our house. And then he came over and we all walked over together.
Okay, so that was You, Ethan, Xana, was there another person with you? Or just the three of you that
Maddie walked over with us.
Okay, and that's
Logan.
Logan?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Maddie?
Her real name is Madison, though, I believe.
You believe?
Okay. So you guys all walked over to.
Oh, I'm gonna have to mute.
You were there about 8:30. Okay. Were you guys all pretty much together, or just kind of mingling throughout the house most of the night?
We were all pretty much together, and then Maddie left to go to the club with Kaylee. And then I was with Ethan and Xana most of the night, but then one of my friends came. Her name's Steve, and I hung out with her the rest of the night.
Okay. And who was that?
Her name's Yes.
Can you spell it for me?
I doubt she can. Oh, she can spell that one.
Okay. And his last name?
I don't know how to pronounce it, and her full name is bigger than that.
Okay, that's fine. Do you have a phone number for her?
Yeah.
It's in the phone. Okay, we can get that in there. Okay, so you were with, and at that point, Ethan and Xana were just kind of hanging out still at the house? Okay.
And then I went to our other friend's house.
Okay. What time was that at?
I don't know, maybe like 12-ish. But that could be wrong.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
And where's that house at?
It's just like up the street. I don't know that address.
Okay, up the street
I
from.
can't help it.
Sigmakai,
Okay.
kind of.
So you guys are at Sigma, so you're walking back towards.
We're walking back towards my house, and then we go this way.
So like when you got to Taylor Street, you went up. So if you walked all the way from Sigma News.
Or
Sigmakai, sorry.
Yeah. You know the apartments, the whites?
Yep, I know the whites.
It's like that street, that way.
So on Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you know roughly where on Taylor? Or does she live maybe up on the other off streets?
It's on Taylor, but it's like one of the end houses by the intersection. I don't know how to explain it.
All right. Okay. And whose house is it that you went to?
It's, and I don't know their other roommate.
Yes, I'm a Clover. Same day.
And okay. All right. So you're at this house. How long were you here?
Maybe like 40 minutes.
Okay.
And then I left by myself and went back to my house.
So you walked home maybe around 1-ish?
Yeah.
See, here's where I'm stopping this. Here's something that's interesting to me, what she just said, because she said this in the body cam footage too. So she literally walked home alone. At one point that night, Maddie was alone. I can only imagine how many times these kids were alone, with perfect opportunities for somebody to do something to them that wanted to harm them. So if only one of them was a target, why risk everything to enter into a home and unalive 4 people?
Okay. What did you see when you got home?
We're sitting on the couch watching Vampire Diaries. No one else was home yet.
Okay. And is another roommate or what's the last name? And
I actually don't remember her last name right now.
that's fine. And is live with you guys too, or just
It was
visiting?
just a friend.
Okay.
And then she left.
Do you know what time she left at? But you were all watching.
Vampire Diaries.
Okay. And anything happened during that time period?
We were just hanging out.
Okay. Do you know who else was in the house at that time?
No one.
No one? Just the three of you? Okay. So, let's go a little bit more then. What happened next?
Maddie and Kaylee came home from the club. Left.
Maddie and who?
Kaylee.
Kaylee? Okay. And they got home from the club. You know what time that might have been?
I think I told one of the cops that was talking to me at the house, like, better times.
It's okay.
I don't really remember right now. Maybe like
Okay.
2 something, 1.
So if you got home around 1, that would have put them getting
Like
home.
1:45, 2, something like that.
What?
So near bar break? If you had to guess.
What?
Like near bar break?
What does that mean?
Bars normally close at 2 o'clock here.
Oh, yeah. They went to Grub Truck after, so I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay. What'd you do after that, after Maddie and Kaylee got home?
We all hung out in Kaylee's room for a little. And then talked, and then Maddie and I took Murphy out to pee, the dog. And then I said I was going to go to bed because I was tired. And she said she was going to go to bed too. And then I went to my room. I was going to sleep. And she came and knocked and asked if I had Murphy. And I said no. And then I went to bed.
Okay. So what time did you think you took Murphy out?
I'm like 3 to 30.
2:30 to 3?
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you normally take Murphy to go to the bathroom?
Just the back door in the kitchen.
So which one is 1122? So if I'm coming up King Road off of Taylor.
I want y'all to listen to what she just said.
Wait, house.
You just heard what she said. Her and Maddie took the dog outside the back door. This entire time, I've been under the assumption that they took the dog out the front door. No, they took the dog out the back door. You've seen that floor. There is not a dog print, a paw print, a footprint. There was snow outside. Exactly. There's nothing there, and that floor is spotless.
All the way to the very top on the right?
Well, it's technically on Queen, but the address is King.
Okay. So is it the one that's tucked back as you're going up to 500 Queen Road? Those big apartments? It's kind of tucked back just a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you normally go out the back deck then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I know how Cheshire it then. Okay. So you go there. You and Natty take the dog out.
Mm-hmm.
And then how long do you think that took?
I was out there for maybe like 10 seconds.
Okay. Okay. So then you both come back in. So you and Maddie both
I
come
came
back
in
in.
before she did.
Okay. Did Maddie still have the dog then?
Yes, I think so.
So you went out for a little bit, came back in. Do you know what time Maddie came back in?
Mm-hmm.
And you went straight to bed when you came back in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long after you went to bed do you think Maddie came in?
Actually, I came in, grabbed some chips, went to my room, and watched the show for a little, and then I went to bed.
What were you watching?
It's called Baby Daddy.
Okay. How long do you think you watched it?
Maybe like 30 minutes.
So one episode maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like a half.
Okay. And did Maddie come in during that show or after?
She just knocked on my door, I think, during and asked if I had Murphy, and I said no.
Okay. Then what happened after that?
I just went to bed, and then I woke up and I was like half asleep, and I thought I saw like a firework or something, like it just sparkled like under my door, and I thought I heard like something kind of fall, and then Murphy barked, and I thought people were just making like food, like, and Ethan was here or something and knocked something over because he's usually loud in the kitchen upstairs.
Okay. So what do you mean by you heard a firework?
It sounded like a little firework, and then there was like a spark. I went by my, like, I'm on the bottom floor,
Okay.
and so it kind of looked like it came down there, but I don't know.
And so is Murphy your dog?
The dog bark.
Kaylee's dog.
Kaylee's dog?
Kaylee and her ex-boyfriend's dog.
Okay. So you heard Murphy bark right after you heard what you thought was a firecracker?
Yeah, something like that, but he like, I don't know, dogs bark at random things. And sometimes when he's happy, he'll bark.
Okay. It didn't sound like an angry growl or anything like that, just a bark?
I don't really know, I was like half asleep.
Okay.
It just sounded like bark.
So hear the firework, kind of see a spark underneath the door.
Mhm.
Murphy barks. What did you hear after that?
Pretty much nothing.
Nothing.
That's it.
Okay. And you thought maybe someone was just in the kitchen at that point?
Yeah, just like someone accidentally fell into the table or something,
Okay.
and she was like with Murphy,
Do you know about what time that might have been? Do you have any
like
idea?
4 or something. I tried to call all of them at like 4:20ish around that time, and no one was answering. I thought they just went to bed or something.
Okay. And what happened after that?
And called me, and she said she thinks she saw someone, and I didn't know like really what to think of it, because sometimes we think we hear things a lot in the house, but it's usually just Ethan walking around. But she came, I told her to come in my room, and she could sleep with me, and we could lock the door, just stay in there just in case if there was anything, and that's all I know. And then fell back asleep.
You didn't hear anything else?
Mm-mm.
Okay. No one else talking?
Didn't hear something.
Did you make it to your room then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What time do you think she got in your room?
Around like 4:20, 4:30.
Okay, about the same time.
Yeah.
Where's her room located to yours?
I'm the only one on the bottom floor, right by the front door.
Okay.
And then you go up the stairs, and Xana's room, and Xana's room, the kitchen, and then upstairs is Maddie and Kaylee's room,
Okay. And where's the room?
right by the kitchen.
Right by the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And did she say anything to you when she got into your room?
She said she thought she saw a man, but I didn't know what to think of it. I was like still half asleep, and I was like, I didn't know what to It didn't sound like I didn't hear screams, I didn't hear anything. I didn't really know.
Okay. Okay. And obviously she didn't say anything more than she just saw someone.
That's all I remember her saying.
So your bed then, if I'm looking at the right house, you have a parking lot, front door, and your bedroom's just to the right? Okay. And that's where you slept from by the time you finally got into your room around 4-ish or so. Actually, before that.
Mm-hmm. So like 3 something.
Yeah. So you were in there sleeping. Okay. Dylan got to your room maybe somewhere around 4:20ish, but Dylan was already home at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that Maddie and Kaylee were home. Do you know when anyone else in the house got home?
I don't know when Xana or Ethan got home. I didn't hear them come in or anything.
Okay. Okay. And last time you saw Xana and Ethan was at the Sigma guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, did you see anything weird at the party there at this?
Just normal.
Okay. And since how the way that they're set up, were everyone hanging out primarily up in the main common room area, or most people hanging out in individual rooms and stuff like that?
It was a little bit of a mixture. At first, it was in the apartments, and then it was the main room.
Okay.
And then as I was leaving, I wanted to grab a backpack from our friend's room, and Xana and Ethan were sitting on the couch just listening to music.
Okay. And that was up in the main room, or that was in
That was in an apartment.
That was in an apartment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you hear of anything that happened to anybody?
Mm-mm.
Was there anyone strange or odd hanging around the party?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Do you know of anybody in your house that has an issue with anyone? Any ex-boyfriends, anything like that?
Mm-hmm. All their ex-boyfriends were really nice, and they still were good friends.
Okay. Have you ever had any of your roommates complain about anyone stalking them?
Mm-mm. Once though, Kaylee said when everyone was gone, me and we were at the sorority house for a meeting, and it was only Kaylee, and she was taking Murphy out to pee. This was a while ago, and she said she swears she saw someone staring at her while she was taking the dog out to pee from the
Remember how long
backyard.
ago that was?
Maybe a month. She could see a man silhouette staring at her.
You think it was about a month ago?
Mm-hmm.
Did Kaylee have any issues with anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. None of them have made any comments or statements of anyone trying to come onto them or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that all of the ex-boyfriends and that, they're all normally very nice and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of them fairly recent breakups?
One, but
Well, she said a big little bit. Can you give me a little information on that one?
his name's he lives
Okay.
down the street
On Taylor?
on King, I think.
Okay.
And he and Kaylee share Murphy,
Okay.
and they dated for 7 years.
And that's in Kaylee?
Mm-hmm. Or something like that.
And they did it for 7 years?
Something like that. Since high school. Their families are really close too.
Okay. And they shared Murphy?
Mm-hmm. I think.
Okay. How long did they break up?
Maybe 3 months or something. But they're still on really good terms.
Do you know why they broke up?
She was gonna move to Texas.
Where's Kaylee from?
Coeur d'Alene.
Okay. Where is it from?
Coeur d'Alene.
Okay. Okay. You said that they're still on good terms? They still talk to
Very
each
good
other?
terms, yeah.
Okay. Has Kaylee been seeing anyone else lately?
Not really that I know of.
Okay. Do you know when she was going to move to Texas?
After this semester. But then apparently she wasn't going to anymore. I don't know.
Do you know what changed your mind?
I think she wanted to stay here with all of us.
Okay. Is there anything else you think is important for me to know? And you might remember things later. That's very normal, okay? If you think you remember anything else, please reach back out to us and then bring me back in and we'll get that information, okay? Just gonna go back to my notes real quick before I let you go, okay? Okay. And you don't remember Kaylee's last name?
I think it's all this.
Gonzalez?
Yeah, it's
Okay, can you spell it for me?
I don't know what it's called.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I very much thank you for sitting down with me, okay? I'm going to take you back to the other room so you can be with your friends, all right? You sure there's nothing else? Good.
That is the whole interview. What the fuck? Cinderella, you didn't miss anything. You missed absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing did you miss. Nothing. 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 That was as piss poor. Lindley could have done a better interview than that. No, that's not her only interview. But that's the last one that she did without counsel. This is the same day as the murders. Literally hours after the bodies were found. She lawyered up the same day this happened. Same day. Hey, bunch of stuff has dropped. Yeah, I've been looking at it all day. Um, Let me show you this. Hold on. How many of you have seen the surveillance footage from 11, 12? All of it, the entire hour. And are any of you interested in listening to the entire hour to see what you hear? I've listened to this about 50 times. I have spent almost 6 hours listening to this over and over and over and over. And every time I watch it, every time I hear something else. I've never played the entire hour, but if any of you are interested, I would like to play it, and I would like for y'all to take notes of the times and what you hear. If you don't mind doing that, would you please put a 1 in the chat? Okay, perfect. So glad. And y'all message me or email me whatever it is that you take. Let me get it real quick, because I'm pretty sure I hear some things, but I'm at the point that I think I'm crazy because I've listened to it so much. Okay. This starts at 3:30 a.m. 3:30 a.m. I'm just going to play it and let it play. And I'm not going to interrupt because I want to know what y'all hear. This is exactly an hour long. That's the car. 3:30 a.m. One thing that I want to ask y'all to do is count how many times you see that car in this hour. Because what I've counted don't add up with what I've seen. I have to stop this momentarily just for a minute because have y'all noticed how many times it sounds like fireworks have just went off or have went off since this started? I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's fireworks. I don't know what it is, but something. Alexis, that was my first thought. No, it's just random. It's like random pops. So weird. And look at the time. We're only at 3:51. That's the DoorDash driver. That is the DoorDash driver. That's Molly McMichael. Yes, Bobby. Well, I want you to pay close attention to this because you see what time she was walking around out there, right? You see when she was just by that car. Xana got her food at 4 o'clock. So it took her 7 more minutes to walk back to the house's door. Something about her ain't right neither. And now that I know that the Gonsalves family was in contact with her, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna show you in a minute. You didn't miss it, it just came out. never going to convince me that this dude was riding around this many times waiting to go in that house. They say he's so intelligent, but he didn't think about there being surveillance cameras. Come on. By the way, welcome to those of you who are from TikTok here for the first time. This is my drama channel. I typically don't do true crime over here. And here's my thing. Okay, so their theory that he was just riding around waiting for them to go to sleep doesn't hold water, in my opinion. And this is why. If you drive by once and see that they're not asleep, why would you drive right back by? If you drive by and the lights are on, why would you drive right back by? Just continuously. It makes absolutely no sense. None. You drive by, you see the lights aren't on, or you see the lights are on, you go somewhere, you park somewhere, you wait. Exactly. 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 And anybody who doesn't see that, I don't know what to tell them. Exactly, Bobby, but they were trying to say that it wasn't. Bullshit, he didn't know about the two roommates downstairs. He knew about the one he came eyeball to eyeball with. Yep, the lights were on. Well, here's the thing about that, though. Okay, so saying that he didn't know, you want to know what he didn't know? He didn't know who the hell was in that house. Because from one minute to the next, we never knew who was there. We never knew who was spending the night. JH, I think you're on to something. I don't know what's in a name. I don't know. Not necessarily. Well, think about this. He also went back there the next morning. Hear that? I don't think that was Murphy. I think that's somebody in pain. Did you see the time? I agree, Bobby. And look how fast he's driving, y'all. It's not like he's inconspicuous. He's not just creeping around. He's literally speeding everywhere. That's not the kind of driving you're going to do when you're not trying to draw attention to yourself. I watched it, but it's not true because we've seen that on this camera footage. Hey, Faith. All right, now watch. This is where it all starts going down. No, I couldn't tell. No, JH, it's behind this house. I've listened to it so much, I think I'm hearing things that ain't there. I know, Tasha. I've seen them. Right around 4. I don't know, Cindy. Yeah, we watched it before this, Faith. I think so too, Cindy. Here's what's interesting. Hold on, let me pause this for a minute because this is what I was thinking today. How interesting is it that the dog doesn't start barking until 4:17? So if we go by the timeline that the police have given us, he went upstairs and unalived Kaylee and Maddie first. Why wasn't the dog barking then? Because this is supposed to be when the noise starts from Xana's bedroom. Oh, there's no doubt that dog was out on the balcony. Can't get it to play, y'all. I'm sitting here pushing the button 1,000 times. It's stuck. But do y'all see what I'm saying though? Do you understand what I'm saying? You understanding my thought process here? But here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that. That was his owner. Kaylee was his owner. If he was going to bark at anybody being injured, it would have been her. And then again, we've got the whole issue of that dog having no blood on it, no blood on its paws, no footprints through the house. And then you have to think that dog did not bark one time. Not once did that dog bark once the police got there. Good question, I'm a Clover. Good question. Because when the police got there, they said that nobody had been there. Finally. That's actually the second place he was at, Bobby. He was on the bed first. No, that wasn't him again. That was a different car. I agree, Bobby. Exactly, Lynn. Nope. No, that's been released. All right. That was all of that. Now, I want to show y'all something. after a stretch. My back hurts. I can go to sleep, y'all. I don't care where it is that you stay. There is no place like your own bed. Mm. I'm trying to find where I put these dang pictures. Now, this thing on my mouth hurts. I just want y'all to know. Hurts. Well, that's what I'm saying, MC. I would love to have the entire surveillance footage from about midnight that night until around, I don't know, noon the next day. It looks like it. Um, when I got home this evening, uh, these damn stray cats had tore out the garbage in the backyard. So I was out there picking it up, and something flew up and bit me right beside my mouth and right under my eye. And I don't know what it is. The one by my mouth is much more swollen than the one above my eye or below my eye. Well, not only that, MC, but they also claim that they went to sleep while in the time frame that the dog is still barking. Some kind of bug. I know it wasn't a wasp. I know it wasn't a bee because I'm allergic to both, and I would be out there in the yard. Um, but something bit the devil out of me. Okay, let me find this now. Wah, 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 wah. Y'all remember what I was telling you about the toilets? And how if the toilets, then why do they look like this? Every single one of them has a line around it. Every one of them. All three. Yet they were supposed to have deep cleaned less than a week before this. Yes, it is blood on the garbage. Okay. Look at this. See that? Pink iPhone located on the bed. Gray iPhone on the floor next to Kernodle. So Ethan's phone was in the floor beside Xana, and Xana's phone was on the bed. Whether direct or circumstantial, all of the alternate perpetrator evidence proffered by Mr. Koberger has both specificity of person and connection to the crime. Here are the four. That is not a thorough investigation. That is not suspect elimination, as the state argues. Mr. Koberger did not produce these suspects. The state did. And in some instances, continue to investigate them or simply stopped their investigation, ignoring evidence that there was more than one perpetrator. Prosecutor Bill Thompson said he could not rule out two perpetrators from the very beginning. Mr. Koberger's offer of proof was not an exhaustive list of all the evidence disclosed in this case that points to the four alternate perpetrators. Mr. Koberger suspects that the state has listed the four suspects as a ruse to make it look as if they will put the four males on the stand to deny their involvement. No, Jilly Bear, because she was on Snapchat at 4:12. Or was she? Or was she? There's a lot of documents that have had me perplexed all day. Read that. When you sent me that, I was driving. I had to pull over beside the road to read it. Oh, no doubt about it, Shell. Molly is the DoorDash driver. Good question, Blue Riders. Good thinking. I don't know, Lynn. I think it's interesting. Very, very odd, Tanny. Very odd. Mm. This is the conclusion that I've come to. I don't think Xana got her food. I don't think that Xana was on her phone. I think that somebody else got that food, and I think that Xana was already dead. And I do think that Kaylee was the one who ran down the stairs. And I think they got her and they beat the shit out of her and took her back upstairs. And I think that is why her body was closest to the wall, even though she had the worst amount of damage. Because if she had been beaten the worst and had walked in on them doing something to Maddie, because she sure wouldn't have just laid there while they did it. Then why is she the closest to the wall? That would explain why there's blood in the kitchen. That would explain why there's blood all over the living room floor. Oh, there definitely is. Definitely. You can. You can have contact with your DoorDash driver. Hadn't been released. Yes, they can, Courtney. All right, y'all. I am going to end this, get off here, and try to wake up. Try to wake up anyhow. I'm planning on coming back on to talk about drama, but I may fall asleep. So if I don't come back on, don't be surprised. Sweet Cheeks finally went to sleep, and I might as well. I might myself. But thank y'all for coming over here and listening to this. I appreciate it, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, y'all.